What's going on, guys, and welcome back to episode 8 of the Poker Vlog. In this episode, we're going to be playing 1-3 at the Hideaway, and it plays pretty similar to a 2-5, so just to give you all a little heads up what to expect.
Moving up in stakes, boys. Moving up in stakes.
Oh, yeah.
But anyways, we'll see you guys on the felt. Get right into the hands.
So while waiting for a 1-3 table, I sit down at the 1-2 game and almost immediately pick up aces. I open to $12 and pick up 3 callers. We're going to be going 4 ways to a flop. Flop is 8-7-4 rainbow. Not rainbow. There were 2 clubs. I'm stupid. You know what? I'm not cutting that. Y'all just get to see how dumb I am. It's going to be 8-7-4 with the 8 and 7 of clubs. We've got a pretty easy C-bet in this spot. We decide on the sizing of $25, and the big blind is going to make the call after the 2 other players fold. The turn is an offsuit 4. Again, just going to go ahead and continue here. I bet 50, and he thinks for just a second, asks me what I need the river to be, and makes the call. Now, when he says that, maybe this is bad, but I just put him on a draw. So when the river was an offsuit 10, he decides to lead for 85. I don't think too very long about this. You know what? If he's got us beat, he's got us beat. I'm a calling station, so I make the call. Aces are good, and we're going to start off the session pretty strong. So we get moved over to 1-3, add on, so that our stack is equal to $1,000. And again, we look down at aces, so we're just going to run hot all day. That's the plan. We open a 15 on the button after, I believe, 2 limps. And to our great fortune, we're going to get 3-bet by a pretty tough reg. I've got some experience with him. He's a very good player. So after he 3-bets me, I think, for a while, and you know, you can put in the trap here, but when he sizes to $80 like this, well, when he sizes up, I'm more inclined to trap, but I still need to be just putting in 4 bets for balance, because I can't just only 4-bet bluffs and flat with aces. So I guess I'd be more inclined to trap with like kings or queens here, but we're going to put in the 4-bet. He folds, and we're nice and show our buddy that we had the aces and that he made a good fold.
So as soon as I sit down at the table, I look down at Queen Jack 10-9 suited to the Jack. Literally just sat down, but very good hand. Someone raised it to $25 over a limper, and we're gonna get 3 calls. So we go 4 ways to a flop of King Jack 8, 2 diamonds with the King of Diamonds. So we flop a 15 card wrap, not including the diamonds and the flush draw. Definitely going to be betting here. I elect to bet pot because it's a pretty wet board, lots of draws out there. It's going to be hitting a lot of the ranges, King Jack, King 8, Jacks, 8s. So it's a very wet board, going to be betting pot here, and I only get 1 call. The turn is a terrible card. It is the King of Clubs pairing the board, and the 1 color decides to lead into me for about 150 for an all-in, and easy fold, but damn, that sucks.
So in this hand, Sal's going to look down at a pretty primo hand in King, King, Queen, Jack, double suited. He's going to have an easy open to 25 here, and once it folds to the button, he's going to be facing a 3-bet to 75. And while Sal ponders that decision, a very tough player in the small blind is thinking.
So Matt, with his newly acquired printing press, is going to look down at 7654, double suited in the small blind, and he has a printing press. So he's going to make the call, a cold call in the small blind, and then back to me,
Once it folds back around to Sal, it looks like he's just going to go ahead and make the call. I agree with that. I think too often the button's just going to have aces here, and Sal's going to be in bad shape. But Sal and I enjoy playing post flop, so we both make the call. We're going to go 3 ways to a flop of
Queen 3 deuce. Matt is going to check.
Sal is also going to check, playing in flow.
And then the 3-better is going to bet $155. Matt, with his little bit of an overwrap, is going to make the call.
And Sal is going to make a disciplined fold here.
I found the fold button.
Fold button acquired.
So Matt and this rando guy.
Got to keep everybody on their toes. You know, sometimes we can find the fold. Not both of us, but one of us.
Yes. Hey, gotta
get
start
used-
somewhere. Gotta start somewhere.
Don't get used to it.
So Matt and this other guy go heads up to a turn. That's going to be a queen pairing the board. Matt, who has now improved to a pair of queens, is going to decide. You know what? I have a pair of queens. I'm gonna pot it and go all in essentially for about
650.
400 effective.
Or I don't know.
It was about 400 effective.
Yeah, it was
I wanna
something. It was something like that. I think it was a little bigger, because like
500 effective. We'll go with 500 effective,
500.
guys.
All right.
And
But yeah, this is obviously a value bet. Looking to gain a little bit of value here with my pair of queens and a 7 kicker.
get called by jacks or tens, maybe some nines. I don't know. Anyways, to both of our disappointments, the other guy folds. So Matt still wins a pretty decent pot though.
That's all right. You know, I was gonna get there, so.
So yeah, me playing very poorly and Matt playing, GTO wins the hand.
GTO, yeah, that's speculative, buddy.
After only winning a single hand at the other table in about 2 hours, I decided it's time for a table change. So I go over to a new table and look down at ace deuce off and the cutoff. A little bit of a loose open, but still a little bit fine with position. He raises to $15 and get a call from the small blind and the big blind. We go 3 ways to a flop of queen jack 10, 2 diamonds. It's gonna be kind of weird here because the big blind decides to lead for $25. I don't understand what he's repping here, and this is a board that can smack my range pretty immensely. I'm gonna have all the queen jack, queen tens, jack tens, ace kings, queens, jacks tens, and so again with my range, this board just smacks my range. I decided to raise it to $75. I don't think he can ever. His range is pretty capped here, and we can definitely put some pressure on him. And I have the ace of diamonds, so if a diamond comes, I'm gonna play it like I have the flush. Small blind folds, and he ends up making the call. Heads up to a turn. That is the king of spades. He checks. I bet $200. Now that we have Broadway, easy game. He ends up calling. River is an offsuit 8. Now, if he has a hand like queen jack, jack 10 here, I think it'd be pretty hard for him to call a big bet on the river, especially when there's 2 4-liners, ace or a 9 both make a straight. So I end up betting $135 on this river, targeting all of his 2 pairs, maybe his 9s if he has a hand like 10-9, jack-9 or something like that. And we end up getting snap called, roll over the nuts, and we're good. So I think the smaller sizing got us paid on the river. I don't think he's going to call a bet like $300-400. So I like our sizing on the river.
So in this hand, Sal is going to look down at a hand and probably play it poorly, but I'll let Sal tell you about it.
Anyways, I'm going to look down at king jack of diamonds in the cutoff. A guy's going to open to my direct right for $15. I'm going to make the call, and both the small blind and big blind are going to call. So we're going to go 4 ways to a flop. There's going to come 6-4 deuce, or 6-4-3, 2 diamonds. Checks over to the initial raiser. He's going to bet $35. I end up making the call, and both small blind and big blind both fold. So we ended up going heads up to a turn that is ace of hearts. He bets again for $75, and still with the king high flush draw, I'm going to make the call. On the river, it's going to come a king of clubs. So I somehow rivered showdown value, and he goes all in for $161. I wanted to call so bad. The only things that really made sense to me were Ace King, but obviously I blocked one of those combos, or I blocked some of those combos. Ace 6, Ace 4, and Ace 3. I don't think he bets one pair aces here. Maybe he does. But also, I just didn't see any bluffs that he could have here really, except for other missed diamonds. But again, I block a lot of those. So we end up with our newfound fold button, tapping it a little bit and make the fold. And shortly thereafter, he says my instincts were right and shows a 7-8 of diamonds. And this is why we never fold, they never have it, and we are throwing it away already.
In this hand, we're going to look down at everybody's most hated hand in all of poker. We look down at jacks or jiggities or higgities, whatever the cool kids are calling them these days. And after 2 limps, we're going to go ahead and raise to 20 out of the small blind. We're going to get a call from the big blind, and the 2 limpers are actually going to fold. So looks like we're going to be going heads up to a flop here. The board's going to read 10-9-8 with 2 hearts. I actually decided to play a little bit of pot control here and check it over to him. He ends up checking back, but some of the reasons I want to play pot control here is he's going to smack this board harder than I'm going to, so even with the open-ender equity, I think it's okay to just check. The turn is going to be another jack, so we're going to improve the top set here, but we feel a lot worse about our hand. He's going to bet 20. I'm going to make the call, hope the board pairs. It does not, of course. That would be much too easy. It's an inconsequential brick. I check it over to him. He ends up betting 50. And as you can tell, I beat absolutely nothing. But there's a missed flush draw, so obviously never going to be able to fold, especially after Sal threw away the button. But yeah, he's going to roll over pocket queens. We were behind on every street, and he is going to take us straight to Value Town. Damn it, Sal.
Feeling good about that last hand, we look down at pocket aces. Oh wait, no. Never mind. We still have pocket aces, but we're playing 5-card Congress. So high-low, we're going to look down at ace, ace, jack, deuce 3, suited to with 1 suit to the ace. Very good hand for Congress. Aces are always good. Plus, we have 2 ways to make that out low if the deuce comes out or if it doesn't. So anyways, we bump it up to $25 over a limper, and we end up getting 4 callers. So we're going to go 5 ways to a flop. That is going to come 10-7 deuce with 2 diamonds. So flop, we still have an overpair, and we have nut low draw, nut flush draw. Definitely going to continue when they check it to me. I continue for $90. The button is going to pot it for which makes it $400. Folds around to me, and I mean, I'm never folding here. I look at his stack, and he has about 175 back. I mean, again, never folding here. Might as well just put them all in and just see it run out. We have lots of equity here. We have 2 pair. We have counterfeit outs. We also have nut flush draw, nut low draw. So again, never folding. Put them all in. We run it, turns a 3, which is a terrible card for me. But we see a river ace for top set, and so we have no low, but we have top set, and he flips over queen jack 10 7-7. So yeah, he has no low either, and we ended up getting kind of lucky there, hitting our ace, and we scoop another nice one.
So I actually didn't get this next hand on film, and I don't even know how exactly we're going to include it yet, but I'm sure if we're keeping this audio, we found a way and you'll be seeing something on your screen. So in this hand, we're going to see an open from under the gun from a pretty tough reg, and it's going to fold around to me. In the big blind, I look down at ace-jack off with the ace of hearts, and I elect to defend. We're going to go heads up to a flop of 10-9-8 with the 10-9 of hearts. I check it over to him, playing in flow as usual, pretty standard up to this point. And when he decides to put out a c-bet of $20, I actually elect to put in the check raise to 65. I have the open ender, so I still have equity. This board's gonna smack me pretty hard. He can still have sets here, but I think I'm gonna have a lot more of the 2-pair combos and whatnot. And also with the ace of hearts, I'm blocking a lot of his ace king, ace queen of hearts type hands that he can be continuing with. So I think this gets through a little more often than it normally would. But to my dismay, he's going to go ahead and make the call. So hopefully we can barrel off here and get it done, or just get there, Unfortunately, we don't get there. The turn is going to be the 6 of clubs. But this is actually a really good card for us. Maybe one of the best, besides actually getting there. Because we're going to have a lot more 7s in this spot than he is. And even when we don't have 7s, we're still going to be value betting 2-pair type hands and whatnot. So his overpairs and lone 10s are going to be put into really tough spots. So I decided to go ahead and continue firing, this time to the tune of $105, and thankfully it gets through. We were going to have to fire a lot of different rivers if it didn't.
So, as you see, guys, I finally found the fold button. Don't like it. Don't expect it. Use it. Don't expect to use it moving forward.
It's trash. Obviously,
Nothing
never
meta.
works.
No, they never have it. They're always
Never have it.
bluffing.
Just call off every time, guys.
Every time.
Best advice we can give.
But anyways, so however, because of the full button, a couple times, we did actually. We started off pretty slow, doing a good Matt impersonation. Starting off stuck. We're in the game for 2K, but we grinded up and we cashed out for 28.10 after time and stuff. So, booked a profit of $810. I take that after being in the game for 2K.
Yeah, in for about 900, out for 1850-ish after time. I was stuck in 1-2 for $100, so tilt. But it's a nice little comeback. I guess we'll take that.
Yeah, we take those double green. But anyways, guys, social media, YouTube, you know what to do. Thanks for watching, guys.